Hello again, and welcome to our advanced masking technique lesson. Often we're going to take a photograph like this, or two photographs, one exposure for the foreground, one exposure for the sky, and there will be a very complicated pattern going on, like these trees sticking up into the sky, where the previous method of blending images together that we've shown you, it won't work because we can't easily use the brush to create a mask. So now we're going to show you how to create a mask that will work in this kind of a situation. We'll start off here in Adobe Bridge by control-clicking on both of them to select them, and then coming up here to Tools, running down to Photoshop, and then we're going to load files into Photoshop layers. We've seen this before. Okay, here they are loaded into Photoshop as layers. We want to make sure that our darker image is on top, and it is on top here, so that's fine. If it weren't, you can simply drag these and position them around. We want to make sure the darker image is on top. The next thing we want to do is auto align, so we're going to Control and click, make sure they're both selected. Come up here to Edit, run down to Auto Align Layers and click there, and then click OK. Okay, they are aligned. Now we want to select just the top layer, the darker image. We want to add a layer mask to it, so we'll come down here, click to add a layer mask. Now we select the lower layer by clicking on it. Then we're going to select all of it. And we'll show you a keyboard shortcut here. It's hold the Control key down, press A. That makes the selection of the entire layer. Now we can hold the Control key down and press C, and that copies that selection. Now we want to hold the Alt key down and press on this layer mask thumbnail right here on the upper one to reveal it. Now we can hold the Control key down and press V to paste into the layer mask right here. It's black and white, and notice it is now a mask. Really cool. But for this mask to do us any good, we really need it to be black and white. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to Image, click on it, run over here to Adjustments, and over here down to Curves, click there, and now we can adjust the contrast of this mask by simply dragging our blacks, and as we move to the right, we're taking all of the pixels that are to the left and making them black. So all of these, let's just move right to this line right here. Now all the pixels from this line over are now black. We want to run this contrast up pretty strong. We'll take it to about right there. And then we'll do the same thing with the whites. We'll run them back to the left. Now as we're moving, all of these pixels are now white. We'll move it a little more contrasty, take it to about right there. And now we've created a real contrasty looking mask. We'll click OK. We're really only trying to figure out how to deal with this tree line here. We don't want to create a complicated mask down here. So we'll select our brush tool, B. So I'll press B on the keyboard, stuttering. I want to work with a pretty hard brush. So we do not want to spill over at all into the neighboring areas. So we've got the hardness up to 100. And the opacity is at 100%. So I'll just simply click and paint out the rest of this. And then I'll zoom in, hold the space bar down to get my grabber hand, left bracket key to make a much smaller brush tool. And we'll just go ahead and paint in this entire area here. Press the Z tool to bring up the zoom tool. Fit back on screen. And let's alt-click on the layer mask thumbnail right here to reveal what we've done. Wow, how was that for pretty simple and easy? Let's go ahead and select, deselect. We don't need to have that selected anymore. Let's zoom in tight now. Let's go to actual pixels and take a look at what's going on around these trees. Wow, not too shabby. We're going to zoom in a little tighter and see that our transition's a little bit rough there, and we can refine that. Again, we have the layer mask thumbnail selected here. So we can run up here to select, run down to refine edge, click on it, then click our defaults to give us a starting point so whatever we've done before is not happening. And now we can just adjust this to our taste. And actually this mode here I might find to be a little easier to look at and see what's going on. Don't want much smoothing. I want to find all those little details. Might feather this a little bit more. Well, let's look at that in normal mode. Whoops, that's not normal mode. There's normal mode. Let's toggle this on and off. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. So we'll go ahead and click OK. Yeah, that looks great. We'll fit back on screen. And now we have created a very complicated looking mask, refined its edge, and we blended two exposures together that we could not really blend together in any other easy fashion. Alright, so that is a look at our advanced masking technique. We'll see you next time.